Imagine waking up one day and realizing that the money you saved for years is suddenly worth less. Not because you spent it, but because the dollar itself lost power. For decades, the US dollar has been considered the most powerful currency in the world. But today, economists, investors, and governments are starting to ask a serious question. Could the dollar lose its global dominance? In this video from Profit Horizon, we'll explore why the dollar might weaken, what is changing in the global economy, and what it could mean for your financial future. To understand why the dollar might lose power, we first need to understand why it became so powerful. After the Bretton Woods Agreement, the US dollar became the center of the global financial system. Today, about 60% of global reserves are held in dollars. Most international trade uses the dollar. Commodities like oil and gold are priced in dollars. This gives the United States enormous financial influence. But systems like this don't stay unchanged forever. One major risk to the dollar's power is excessive money printing, especially after the COVID-19 pandemic. To prevent a major economic collapse, the Federal Reserve created trillions of dollars to support the economy. In the short term, this helps stabilize markets. But there's a long-term consequence. When too much money enters the system, each dollar can lose value. This leads to something we all feel directly: inflation. Inflation simply means your money buys less than it used to. You may have noticed it already. Groceries becoming more expensive, rent going up, gas prices rising. Even when salaries increase, they often struggle to keep up with the rising cost of living. And when that happens, the purchasing power of the dollar declines. U.S. debt. Another factor investors are watching closely is the massive debt of the United States. The U.S. national debt has reached trillions of dollars. As long as the economy keeps growing, this debt can be managed. But if interest rates rise too quickly, or if global confidence weakens, this could put pressure on the value of the dollar. For the first time in decades, the dollar is facing new forms of competition. These include gold, digital currencies, and new international payment systems. One example is Bitcoin. Some investors see decentralized assets as protection against inflation and currency devaluation. However, these alternatives are still evolving, and the financial world is still adapting to them. Will the dollar collapse? Despite these challenges, most experts believe the dollar is not going to collapse overnight. The United States still has the world's largest economy, powerful financial markets, and strong global influence. What's more likely is a slow shift in the balance of financial power, not a sudden collapse, but a gradual change. History teaches us that no currency dominates forever. Empires rise, economies evolve, and financial systems change. The real question is not only whether the dollar might lose power, but who will be prepared when global finance shifts. Because understanding these trends today could make the difference between losing value or protecting your financial future. The real question is not just whether the dollar might lose power, but who will be prepared when the system changes. Because understanding these trends today can help protect your financial future tomorrow. But the real question is, what will replace the dollar if the system changes?